Growing Garden just got a brand new secret update, and in today's video, we're going to be going over every single thing that's been added inside of it. If you guys are going to find these videos helpful, hit that like and subscribe button, it helps out a bunch. Anyways, let's hop straight into this video. So guys, here we are in Grow a Garden, and there is a new update on the map. Before we go ahead and take a look at that update, let me quickly go ahead and show you guys the update log. By the way, just an FYI, this isn't the weekly update. We're still going to be getting the Safari update tomorrow, so this is just a side update, a bonus update you might say, that we got in today's video. But anyways, boys and girls, here we are in the official Grow a Garden Discord server, and here is the new update. So update 1.29.2, limited Halloween merchant now in the game for only 24 hours. So since this video is uploaded, you only have 24 hours to actually claim this stuff. Be very quick. We have a bunch of new seeds, it seems like, a new Spectre pet, Fright Work, which sounds like a firework, Vampire Fang, Lich Statue, Skull Fence, and a Cemetery Fence. Okay, can't wait anymore. Let's go ahead and take a look at this thing. Here it is, right where all merchants spawn in, and man, does this thing look absolutely insanely cool. But anyways, let's go ahead and open this thing up, and ooh, oh my god, the spider vine looks crazy. So let's go ahead and purchase everything. Honestly guys, every single thing in this update is reasonably priced, and there is also a reasonable amount of stock here, bro. 35 Fright Works. Okay, let's go ahead and purchase this. This is going to be the spider vine. Next up, we have the monster flower, which sounds absolutely insane. We have the Fright Work fireworks. Let's go ahead and purchase all of these. We have the vampire fang. Okay, there's a description for this. Once again, we're going to come back to this, so keep watching, guys. We have a specter, which seems like a pet, I think. A statue, which looks really cool. We have a new fence. We have 2 new fences, dude. Let's freaking go. Okay, let's go ahead and put on the new fences. So the cemetery fence, this is what it's gonna look like. Not my favorite. I like this skull fence. This is cool. But anyways, let's go ahead and pop down all of our seeds. Sorry, my garden is actually kind of a mess today. But here we go. Boop. And let's quickly go ahead and watering can these guys up right over here. Now, by the looks of things, these are just legendary and mythical plants, so I don't expect them to be anything crazy. They don't have any secret abilities either, like the Halloween plants, or the pumpkin right over here has a secret ability. Unfortunately, we don't have that right now. Oh my god, okay, I was really confused as to what this was. This is actually my spider vine. Okay, wait, let me try growing this up completely, and we're gonna see what this thing actually looks like. Okay, so I just moved the spider vine out the way, but look at this thing, bro. It's sort of like the grape where it just branches out everywhere, like literally right there, but it's like completely white. I'm really curious to see what the fruits on this thing look like, because inside of this shop here, the fruits are literally spiders. So oh man, please don't tell me this thing grows spiders. That'd be so annoying. I absolutely hate spiders, bro. Let's quickly go ahead and watering can the monster flower right over here. Right, so we just gotta go ahead and wait for these to start growing a few fruits on them, and the spider vine has already started doing so. So yeah, this looks pretty decent, but meanwhile, let's go ahead and look at some other things we got in this update. So the spider vine and the monster flower have some pretty decent looking seeds. I mean, the monster flower is kind of mid actually. The spider vine, on the other hand, looks very cool. But next up, we have a Fright Work, which is a firework. I completely called it. Check that out. Looks very cool. It doesn't have any effects, does it? Okay, yeah, that's it. That's the whole effect. But unfortunately, we only have 175 uses of this, so don't waste them, because they are going to be gone forever after this. I'm going to save them for nostalgia's sake, I guess. I don't know. But next up, we have a Vampire Fang, and this thing literally turns you into a bat. Thank you so much, devs. I absolutely love you guys. This is so cool. I love this so much. My favorite thing out of the event that happened last Saturday was flying around as a bat, and you can now do that again. I really hope they add something like this permanently to the game, because man, just being able to look at your garden like this is so freaking useful. So I really hope they add something like this to the game permanently. Let me know what you guys think about that. This thing only lasts for like 30-40 seconds, but honestly, that's good enough, man. I'll take it any day of the week. This is so freaking cool. But with that being said, let's go ahead and move on to the next thing, which is going to be the Spectre, which is the most adorable looking pet in the entire game. Why is this man smiling so much? Why do we have the same smile? Are you guys seeing this? Grow a Garden added Cozy to the game? Confirmed? Nah, I'm just kidding, guys. guys, but let's go ahead and place this guy down and see what he actually does. Right, so here it is, the Spectre, and this guy has some sort of ability. So every 13.5 minutes hunts a random fruit and has a 25% chance to mutate it with the Vamp, or a rare chance for the Spooky mutation, or even rarer for the Ghostly mutation. Okay, that's pretty cool. I mean, this thing is basically like the Serpent, right? I mean, it's a worse version of the Serpent if you really want to think about it, because it gives all 3 of the mutations. I'm not sure if the Serpent gives a Ghostly mutation, but honestly, a very, very good pet. And if you get 8 of these, it's gonna make doing the Reaper event a whole lot easier, even though the Reaper event is only gonna be here for another day. I get that, but still, man, this is a decent pet. Once again, it's gonna be quite useless after the Reaper is gone, so unless you really want these 3 mutations, there isn't much use of it. I wouldn't recommend getting 8 of them, but if you can get your hands on 8 of them, then good for you. But anyways, let's go ahead and move on and see if our Spider Vine and our Monster Flower is done. They're still growing right now, so let me give them a few minutes and we'll come back to this. Right, so the spider has finally completed growing, and check this out, guys. It literally is just a spider hanging from the vine. It looks really cool. I'm not gonna lie, guys, even though I hate spiders, this is a cool plant. I really like the idea of it. And the flower right here still hasn't even started growing, so in fact, I'll just show you guys what this thing quickly looks like inside of the shop right here. It kind of looks like a honeysuckle. Like, I'm not sure if it reminds you of a honeysuckle, but it kind of does look like a honeysuckle, so that is pretty decent. Right, let's go ahead and collect the Spider Vine and see how much this thing actually sells for. Once again, such a cool looking fruit, but this thing sells for about 82,000. I think you guys barely saw that. I didn't mean to sell it, but yeah, it sells for about 82,000 shekels. Not bad at all. I'm guessing a slightly smaller one is probably gonna sell for less, like 60,000 shekels. So once again, not bad. These plants are supposed to be more of a good looking plant and less of a money making plant, but you can still make a decent chunk of change from these. Right, so anyways, it's been a few minutes and I think our monster plant should be done growing too. So yeah, check this out, guys. Let's go ahead and clean this up and see how much this thing actually sells for. Once again, looks very similar to something like the honeysuckle, but yeah, it does have a mouth inside of it, and I think it's missing a petal, right? What the hell is going on here? But anyways, let's go ahead and see how much this thing is actually worth. And 61,000 shekels, slightly worse than the spider plant right here. Let's quickly go ahead and confirm the value of this thing once more, just because last time I accidentally sold it. So let's go ahead and clean this up and see how much these two actually sell for. Once again, these are not supposed to be like crazy plants you're supposed to make money with, but yeah, 45,000 shekels, and this one is about 40,000 shekels. So this thing's minimum sell value is probably 40,000 shekels. Once again, it's not supposed to be anything crazy, but that right there is the brand new Halloween merchant. This thing is going to be leaving in the next 20 hours. So if you guys have not already gotten all of this stuff, make sure you get it right now because it is going to be gone by tomorrow. Additionally, make sure you go ahead and complete all of the Halloween events because this is going to be gone tomorrow. We are still getting the main update tomorrow, so don't worry for those people who keep spamming, oh, this is going to be the update this week, this is going to be the update this week. No, this is just like the 1st of July, or sorry, the 4th of July update we got a very long time ago, if you guys remember that. So yeah, this thing is basically the same as that. So don't worry, guys, this update isn't going to be the final update for this week. We are still going to get the main update tomorrow, so make sure you guys go ahead and prepare for that by hitting the like and subscribe button. As you guys know, I'm usually the first person to cover these videos, so if you guys want to help me out, hit that subscribe button. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.